What's up, y'all, and welcome back to the Aray Show. In the last video, I gave you guys some tips and tricks that I learned through my experiences, through my trial and errors, and my overall journey as an investor. In that video, I talked a little bit about diversification and the importance of diversifying your assets. So in this video, I want to show you guys one of my favorite asset classes to invest in, and that's a sneaker slash hypebeast market. And as weird as it is to say that, the whole hype beast market stuff is definitely a profitable trend that we're kind of going to as a society, as a community, and there's definitely money to be made. And I want to show you guys this whole art of this whole sneaker market thing with you guys so that you guys can make a side hustle, you can make some money on the side and invest it however you like or keep it for yourself. So stay tuned and keep watching after this lit intro. Aren't aware of this platform, it's called StockX. It's basically a marketplace where you can buy and sell sneakers, collectibles, streetwear, Supreme, things like that. You know, you can even see that they got handbags and watches and things like that. So personally, I don't really like to sell or buy a lot from StockX. They do offer verification to make sure the products are legit and real, but honestly, I just like to use it as a kind of tool to, analyze and keep track of some of my assets. For example, if I go into this portfolio feature right here, you can see I've got 13 items. It kind of helps me keep track of some of my assets. So you can see my market value is at $4,425. So all those 13 items or sneakers that I have are worth that much money. And with those, from my original price, I've gained about $1,864. And each one of those items, the average price is about $341. So you can see these are just like some of the sneakers I have in my portfolio. I have them on ice, which just means I'm holding them in my closet. So like stocks, these appreciate over time. So this is a pretty cool way just to it kind of resembles the stock market, which is pretty cool. But as you can see, this is the purchase price. The purchase price is basically the cost basis, so how much I bought the shoe for. Let's just look at this Nike Dunk High, for example. I bought it at $120 for retail, and I bought it back in September. It's currently November, so it's worth $256 currently. So if I were to sell that right now, I can make $136 or 113% increase. And that's honestly, that's amazing. You're not going to hit every single sneaker, but I will make a tutorial and talk about ways that you can get sneakers, but that's for a future video. This is kind of like an outline just to show you the secret asset class that I love. But you can see, like, overall, I have a 73% increase in my portfolio, which honestly could take years on years in stocks. But you can see that I'm up almost $2,000. So you can see these are all the sneakers that I have. And like I said, they do appreciate over time. To give you guys an in-life real example of one of the shoes that I bought and how it appreciated over time. So this is a Jordan 1 Retro High in the Obsidian UNC colorway in a size 12. So this is the beauty itself right here. So it came out in late August 2019. I want to say I bought it like the first week of September, and as you can see, the retail price is $160. So this is just like a graph that they give you. It's kind of cool. So I bought it around $220. And you can see, like, it's been a year. So right now it's the early November of 2020. So you can see it's appreciated almost basically 100%. Yeah, literally more than 100%. So let's just say that you have 10 grand and you buy a colorway like this. And one disclaimer, not all shoes are going to appreciate the same way. Jordan 1s typically appreciate the best. But in this example, you can see this one's up like basically 100%. But like, if you bought 10 grand worth of this sneaker right here, you can literally turn that 10 grand to 20 grand by flipping it in a matter of 1 year. So this is just kind of like the hidden potential of the art of, like, sneaker flipping and, holding shoes and things like that. I just want to get you guys into the sneaker market, or at least know that the sneaker market exists and that you can make money here in the sneaker market. I will teach you guys in a future video how to go for these sneakers. I would recommend just going for Dunks, Jordans. You can see, like, most of my shoes are going to be these Jordans or these Nike Dunks because those are the ones that appreciate over time. Those are the ones that are going to make the most money in the long run. But one thing I do like about the whole sneaker market is it doesn't correlate with the stock market. So right now it's election season, so stocks are going to be completely down. But shoes, these sneakers, they don't get affected by the stock market. Like, they'll keep doing their thing. They'll keep appreciating on the side, and like, I typically sell shoes once they plateau. So for example, their shoes are around $500. It started off at like maybe 200, and it's been slowly going up to about 500 for like the last 6 7 months. But now that's kind of plateauing around 500. I'll think about selling it and just taking my profit. And with that profit, maybe I'll invest into a Roth IRA. I'll buy another sneaker, or I'll just keep it for myself for a rainy day, you know? So that's one thing I really like about the sneaker market. You can just keep keeping these shoes, holding them, making money on the side, and it's not affected by the stock market. So it's just a great way to keep some money. I kind of like to think of it as an emergency fund. So one of the things before you get invested, you want to have some money on the side. So for example, if something ever happened, I could literally sell all these sneakers for $4,000, and that's my emergency fund right there. So it's just a good way to keep money on the side, diversifying your assets. So if something happens to the stock market or something happens to the real estate market, you still have all these sneakers that you could sell for a profit right here. And it's just going to be some assets that you have in the bag for you in the future. So with that said, that's all I've got for y'all today. Just want to let you guys know that I appreciate you guys for liking, commenting, subscribing, and watching all my videos. If you guys have any questions about sneaker reselling or any questions in general, you guys can leave a comment below. I'll definitely reply there. You can hit me up on my email, or you can even DM me on the gram at the.aray.show. I also have a basketball podcast where I talk with a couple of my friends about the NBA and anything related to that. You guys can check us out on YouTube, Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts at the East Coast Browncast. And we're also on the gram at ECBcast if you guys want to check us out there. Appreciate you guys for listening. And one last thing. Yo, StockX, if you're listening to this, hook me up with a partnership, I plugged y'all. Appreciate y'all.